Al Capone, the rise and fall of America's most infamous gangster. He was the face of American crime. A millionaire before he was 30, feared by the law, loved by the press, and respected by the streets. But in the end, it wasn't bullets or betrayal that brought him down. It was the IRS. This is the rise and fall of Al Capone. Chapter 1. The Making of a Mobster. Alphonse Gabriel Capone was born on January 17, 1899, in Brooklyn, New York. His parents, Gabriele and Teresa Capone, were Italian immigrants from Naples who arrived in America looking for a better life. But like many immigrant families in early 20th century New York, the Capones found themselves in a rough working-class neighborhood where opportunity was limited and survival meant being street smart. Capone wasn't a great student. From then on, the streets became his classroom. He joined local gangs as a teenager, first the Junior 40 Thieves, then the Bowery Boys, and eventually the infamous 5 Points Gang, where he learned how to hustle, fight, and obey the street code. It was during this time he got the nickname Scarface after a bar fight left 3 deep cuts on the side of his face. Capone hated the name. He preferred to be called Snorky, a slang term meaning stylish or sharp-looking. Chapter 2. The Chicago Connection. Capone's big break came when he started working for Johnny Torrio, a well-connected gangster with operations in Chicago. Torrio saw potential in the young Brooklyn tough and brought him west. By the early 1920s, America had entered a new era, Prohibition. The 18th Amendment had made the manufacture, sale, and transport of alcohol illegal, but that didn't mean people stopped drinking. It just meant someone had to supply the booze in the shadows. That someone was Al Capone. After Torrio was nearly killed in an assassination attempt in 1925, he decided to retire. He handed the keys of his empire over to Capone, who was only 26 at the time. What followed was a reign of crime unlike anything the country had ever seen. Chapter 3. The Bootlegging Empire. Capone quickly expanded operations, smuggling alcohol from Canada, running illegal breweries, and distributing liquor through an elaborate network of speakeasies, brothels, and nightclubs. At his peak, Capone's organization made over $100 million a year, equivalent to over $1.7 billion today. And it wasn't just the booze. Capone controlled gambling, prostitution, loan sharking, and protection rackets across Chicago. He had judges on payroll, cops in his pocket, and even some newspapers in his favor. While the public knew he was a criminal, many admired him. In a time of economic hardship and political corruption, Capone played the role of the outlaw millionaire who took care of his neighborhood. He donated to soup kitchens, gave money to families in need, and made sure local businesses paid their bills on time, whether they wanted to or not. Chapter 4. Blood in the Streets. But Capone didn't build his empire through charm alone. He used fear, brutality, and sheer violence to eliminate his rivals. Gang wars in Chicago became a regular occurrence, with bodies piling up as different groups fought for control of the lucrative alcohol market. The most infamous moment came on February 14, 1929, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. 7 men connected to a rival gang led by George Bugs Moran were gunned down in cold blood, lined up against a wall in a North Side garage, and shot with Tommy guns by men dressed as police officers. Although Capone was never directly linked to the massacre, the nation believed he was behind it. The slaughter shocked America and turned Capone into public enemy number 1. He was now too big, too violent, and too visible.